Today we have an unboxing video of Quoridor by Hachette Games. Hi, I'm Kevin Baker and you're watching Shangri-La, my YouTube channel for tabletop board games, birding, and other educational videos. Please like and subscribe. This video is actually sponsored by my friend Michael at Roofs Done Right. If you need a new roof or roof repaired in Palm Beach County, please reach out to Michael at Roofs Done Right. Okay, let's take a look at Quoridor. It's a game by Mirko Marchesi. Okay, don't let yourself be fooled by the simplicity of Quoridor's rules, as behind each game lies a new layer of strategy for you to discover. To reach the opposite side of the board, mastering the perfect balance between the two moves at your disposal is essential. Okay, will you sacrifice moving your pawn to place a fence? Will you use it offensively to block your opponent or to defend your quickest path to victory? Set up your coffee table. Quoridor's pure and elegant design will raise everyone's curiosity, calling for one last round. Okay, let's take a look. So, it is a game for ages 8 and up, 2 or 4 players, 15 minutes, and so it's a relatively quick game. On the back, it basically explains the basic rules, how you initially set up the board, and where you have a choice to either move your pawn or place a fence. And you can't place a fence anywhere where it will permanently block off other players from escaping. They've got to have some way out. And you can jump over other players. And it seems like it's won several awards, including the Mensa Select Top 5 Best Game. Interesting. So let's check out Quoridor. We've got one very nicely sized rule book. This apparently is the coffee table. One nice bag and a box insert. I usually toss box inserts, but since this game is actually owned by Michael at Roofs Done Right, and I've got to return it to him, I'm not tossing his box insert. Okay. Now we do have another Flamingo Con coming up. That'll be on June 7th at the South County Civic Center down in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. Hope you can come on out. So let's see what we have in the bag for Quoridor. Okay, so we have one gel packet, don't need it. So a couple of pawns. And we have some walls. So initially, let's see what the rules say. 20 fences, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. And the purpose of the game is to reach the opposite baseline. So you start on one side and you're trying to reach the other side. Rules for 2 players. When the game starts, the fences are placed in their storage area, 10 for each player. Okay, so the storage area is initially the back rank. If this was a chess game, it would be the back rank. So we have those back here. And then the other side, we have 10 in here. Okay, goes nice and straight. And then we have 1 player on each side. So directly facing each other in the middle. So and 4. Okay, so they're facing each other in the middle. You'll randomly determine who starts first. Each player, in turn, chooses either to move their pawn or to put up one of their fences. When a player runs out of fences, they must move their pawn. Okay, interesting. So you can run out of fences. So you can move the pawn one square at a time, horizontally or vertically, forwards or backwards. So you can go forward, you can go backwards, you can go side to side. Okay. Let's see. You must move around fences. So if this person put a fence here, then he's got to go around the fence to continue moving forward. Okay, so if there's a fence behind a pawn being jumped, the player can place their pawn to the left or right of the other pawn. That is very interesting. So if this pawn was here, you can't jump to here because there's a fence in the way. You would actually jump to the side. So while you can't actually, so you can go here. So in this case, you can go back, right, left. You can't jump on top. You can't jump over because there's a fence. You can go to the right or to the left. So that it is possible to go diagonal if you would have landed on a spot where there is both a pawn and a fence. Okay. Now the fences cannot be halfway between the squares. So you can't, that would be illegal. It's got to be completely on 2 of the spots, or 2 of the spots. Stay. And let's see. Fences can be used to facilitate the player's progress or to impede that of the opponent. However, an access to the goal line must always be left open. So if you have this player over here and this player here, this player can't go like that and cover all of the possible ways out. So that it would be illegal to place this one to block the last way out. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Okay, the first player to reach one of the 9 squares at the opposite baseline is the winner. Okay, so start back here, and if this player reached opposite baselines, I think they're saying that this is the baseline. That's interesting. So this is the supply area. So the baseline, so you would start here and here. So you just have to reach this row or column, depending on your perspective. So this is just the supply area for fences. So if this player reaches here, it has won the game. Okay, now that's the 2-player game. Now there's a 4-player game. The pawns are placed in the center of each of the 4 sides of the board. Okay, so there would be a starting player here, a starting player here, a starting player here. Okay. And each player is given 5 fences. So each player gets 5 fences in their supply. They don't have to be racked, they can just be in a pile. Okay, so you can still jump 1 pawn, but you're not allowed to do double jumps. So if these 2 are here, the white is not allowed to double jump over 2 pawns. You could do 1 jump, and the next turn do another jump. That would be nifty. Okay. And then they have additional instructions in French. So basically the entire game is explained on the first 3 pages. Then they have pages for French, they have pages for Spanish, and they have what may be Dutch. Okay. Then that is Quoridor. Very pretty game. Okay. Thank you again to Michael of Roofs Done Right. If you need a new or repaired roof in Palm Beach or Martin County, Florida, please call Roofs Done Right. You'll see the contact information in the show notes. Okay. We will hopefully have Michael bring it to the next Flamingo Con so everybody can try it out. And I will see everyone there. Hope to play games with you in person. Should be fun. There's also another event coming up the entire month of April at the Lake Park Library. My bird in flight photographic art is on display in the gallery. So the entire month of April 2025, excluding Sundays when the gallery is closed. So please come out to the Lake Park Library and check out my artwork. Okay, be well.